How many of you guys have seen the U-turn track? This is a God story in its own. This was drawn by a guy that's in Graceville. Been there a long time, going to be there a long time. He is an awesome artist. As you know, there are many great artists in here. But this is Bobby's story in a nutshell.
U-turn, the Bobby McGee story.
U-turn came from Comics 35 Ministry. They took testimonies from ex-offenders and gave the story to a currently incarcerated inmate who was an artist. The inmate then drew the story like a comic book, had it professionally inked, and given back to the person to use in ministry. We met Nate Butler, the director of Comics 35, in 2010. He asked if he could do Bobby's story, and that turned into U-turn, the Bobby McGee story. We've been handing them out ever since, and in the last 11 years, we've distributed over 500,000 of them.
In my 30s, I realized I'd eaten more chain gang chow than street food.
It's called the U-turn story because when he left that church, God called his heart back to that church, and he made a U-turn and came back.
I got a brand new start that day. No more running. Along with my wife Nancy, I founded ChristSong Ministry to bring songs and words of hope to men and women all over the country.
Through the years, the cost of printing has steadily increased, but in the last 2.5 years, through the COVID shutdowns, it has tripled. 3 years ago, we ordered 25,000 for $850. Currently, the cost for that same order is $2,985. We've received many letters from inmates through the years, many from states that we've never been to, that tell of finding the tracts, reading them, and getting saved, like this one.
Dear Bobby and Nan, I am in prison in Montana. I saw your U-turn comic sticking out of a book in the library. I read it, and man, you told my story. I've been in and out of jail and prison all my life. I had lost hope over ever changing. So I thought, if he can do it, maybe I can. You said at the end of it that if you made a decision to give your heart to the Lord, to write you. Brother, I did. I got saved. Please pray for me. Thank you for what you do. Please don't stop. We need you.
We have been so blessed to have the opportunity to help guide our incarcerated brothers and sisters towards redemption and salvation.
The U-turn track has Bobby's testimony. It's a great ministry tool. If you have one, take one and give it away.
I thank God that He's a God who's after sinners, and He found me. He's looking for you too.
Please visit ChristSongMinistry.org to learn how you can help.